Hey guys, it's Ben. I'm here today to do our first of our Holy Week videos. And so we'll be taking a look each day at a part of the scriptures that lead us on Jesus's journey toward the cross. And so yesterday we began with Palm Sunday, Jesus's triumphal entry. And from there on, we're at the point where Jesus is making his journey toward the cross. And so today we see this woman who is going to anoint Jesus. And so let's read the story together. Matthew 26. And we're going to be reading verses 6 through 13. It says, "Now, when Jesus was at Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, a woman came up to him with an alabaster flask of very expensive ointment. And she poured it on his head as he reclined at table. And when the disciples saw it, they were indignant, saying, 'Why this waste? For this could have been sold for a large sum and given to the poor.' But Jesus, aware of this, said to them, 'Why do you trouble the woman? For she has done a beautiful thing to me. For you always have the poor with you, but you will not always have me. In pouring this ointment on my body, she has done it to prepare me for burial. Truly I say to you, wherever this gospel is proclaimed in the whole world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her.'" And so we see this woman in John's gospel. She is identified as Mary, sister of Lazarus, who's anointing Jesus with oil to prepare him for burial. It seems that while maybe everybody else didn't understand what was going on, she understood. She was preparing his body for burial, for his death. And as she does so, this is an act of worship. Everyone else is worried about the work of ministry and the money and where it will go. Mary is worshiping Jesus as King, who will soon be enthroned. Speaking of worship, N.T. Wright says this: "Worship is humble and glad. Worship forgets itself in remembering God. Worship celebrates the truth as God's truth, not its own. True worship doesn't put on a show or make a fuss. True worship isn't forced, isn't half-hearted, doesn't keep looking at its watch, doesn't worry what the person in the next pew may be doing. True worship is open to God, admiring God, adoring God, waiting for God, trusting God even in the dark. Worship will never end. Whether there be buildings, they will crumble. Whether there be committees, they will fall asleep. Whether there be budgets, they will add up to nothing. For we build for the present age, we discuss for the present age, we pay for the present age. But when the age to come is here, the present age will be done away. For now we see the beauty of God through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now we appreciate only part, but then we shall affirm and appreciate God, even as the living God has affirmed and appreciated us. So now our tasks are worship, mission, and management. These three, and the greatest of these is worship." What a beautiful reminder. Mary, anointing Jesus, is entering into worship. It's her most important task. It's your most important task. And so as we enter into this Holy Week, reflecting on Jesus' journey toward the cross, we take time to slow down, to read the story of Jesus, and to worship our King.